Good afternoon, I'm Rob Boskamp, and you're listening to South Texas Midday. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday, June 11th. Corpus Christi city officials are gearing up for hurricane season with updated emergency plans and upcoming preparedness exercises. City Council received a briefing on the city's hurricane response strategy yesterday, which includes activating the Emergency Operations Center if a hurricane or tropical storm threatens the area. All city departments have emergency plans that are updated annually, and officials conduct regular drills to ensure readiness. During yesterday's regularly scheduled city council meetings, Corpus Christi mayor and council members approved a series of items for the police and fire departments. 75 radio systems have been approved for the Corpus Christi Police Department, with 35 as replacements. The funding for these come from the Fleet Equipment Replacement Fund, the General Fund, and the Crime Control and Prevention District Fund, amounting to over $350,000. Additionally, the council approved 11 night vision device systems for the SWAT Team, costing approximately $168,000, also funded through the General Fund. The Corpus Christi Fire Department will receive 2 additional LifePak cardiac monitors. Currently, CCFD operates 14 cardiac monitors for its frontline ambulances. The extra equipment, software licenses, and preventative maintenance services will be funded by the General Fund for approximately $142,000. The department has also secured a 2-year contract for services to detect cancer in firefighters in the early stages. According to the International Association of Firefighters, cancer caused 70% of line-of-duty deaths in 2016. And when it comes to looking for alternative water sources, the council is looking to collaborate with South Texas Water Authority and Brackish groundwater well desalination project with Seven Seas Corporation that could offer Corpus Christi water by 2027. Council members passed a motion for the city to enter a memorandum of understanding with South Texas Water Authority within 10 days and to direct City Manager Peter Zanoni to bring a contract for council to vote on within 45 days based on a rate. Meanwhile, protests over recent immigration raids have spread from Los Angeles to cities across the country, including here in Texas. As the Texas Newsroom's Lucio Vasquez reports, Governor Greg Abbott says he's prepared to crack down on unrest amid protests across the state.
In Texas, protests have remained largely peaceful, but tensions flared in Austin Monday night. More than a dozen people were arrested after allegedly vandalizing a federal building and tearing down construction barriers. Abbott's office says he's ready to deploy state troopers if needed. The warning comes after protests in Los Angeles over federal immigration raids. While demonstrators there have been largely peaceful, some have clashed with police, blocked freeways, and vandalized property. The situation escalated after President Donald Trump said he would send in 700 Marines alongside thousands of National Guard troops. Abbott, a vocal supporter of Trump's immigration policies, called the federal deployment in Los Angeles excellent on social media over the weekend. I'm Lucio Vasquez in Houston.
Governor Abbott has also deployed the Texas National Guard to San Antonio in anticipation of anti-ICE protests. Texas Public Radio's David Martin Davies reports.
The San Antonio Police Department confirmed that Abbott sent the National Guard troops to San Antonio. Anti-immigration and customs enforcement protests are planned for the city this evening in downtown. However, previous protests have been peaceful. There is also a major anti-President Trump protest planned for Saturday. The protests have been triggered by ICE agents arresting migrants at immigration court immediately after their cases were dismissed. Mayor Ron Nuremberg and other city officials will brief the public at 9 this morning on the city's plan to support peaceful demonstrations. I'm David Martin Davies in San Antonio.
Dallas County Commissioners have given the sheriff a green light to request military surplus rifles and an armored vehicle for disaster response. KERA's Marina Trahan-Martinez reports that the county sheriff's office will soon apply for M14s, M16s, and a mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicle.
County Judge Clay Lewis Jenkins asks that the court and public be advised before the sheriff's office receives an armored vehicle.
I'm not saying there couldn't be a scenario like a sniper in a mass casualty event where that is needed, but that would be very few and far between, and there's a lot of danger around doing that.
The Department of Defense's Law Enforcement Support Office program offers free access to military surplus weapons and equipment. I'm Marina Trahan Martinez in Dallas.
The Internal Revenue Service announced tax relief for individuals and businesses in parts of Texas affected by severe storms and flooding that began on March 26th. Individuals and households that reside or have a business in Cameron, Hidalgo, Starr, and Willacy counties qualify for tax relief, the IRS said. Affected individuals and businesses will have until November 3rd to file returns and pay any taxes that were originally due during this period. The city of Corpus Christi will host a ribbon-cutting ceremony at 1 p.m. today to mark the opening of the state-of-the-art Fire Station Number 3. The new building replaces the 67-year-old, now former Station Number 3, one of the city's busiest stations. The ceremony will be available to watch on city's social media channels such as @CityGov and Corpus Christi FD on Facebook and the City of Corpus Christi's YouTube channel. The City of Victoria is encouraging local nonprofits that serve children to apply for its Grant to Partnership program, which funds child safety initiatives. The program is supported by the $1.50 child safety fee that residents pay when registering a vehicle in Victoria County. Last year, the city awarded grants to 6 nonprofits for various child-focused safety projects. To assist applicants, the city will host 2 optional workshops to explain the program, application requirements, and reimbursement procedures. The workshops will be held at 11 a.m. June 26th and July 2nd in the Economic Development Conference Room at 700 Main Center, Suite 104. Fort Worth's once every 4-year Van Cliburn International Piano Competition honors Cliburn's Cold War win at the first Tchaikovsky competition in Moscow in 1958. It also helps launch international careers of budding young pianists. The contest announced the latest winners last week, and KERA's Bill Ziebel introduces us to them and what's next for these musicians.
The last piece Aristo Sham of Hong Kong played in this competition was Brahms' Second Concerto. It helped him win. Sham's performance impressed Wu Han, one of the judges.
I love Aristo's Brahms. The concerto was just incredible.
Sham, who's 29, said he programmed this giant, weighty work intentionally. It contrasted with his Mendelssohn Concerto, a lighter piece he'd performed earlier.
Every round sort of unveiled a little bit of a new side of my artistic personality and ability, culminating in the Brahms Concerto.
Sham wanted his programming to entice the judges to keep him around. It seems to have worked. Sham won gold and the Audience Favorite Award. Judge Han also praised the Bartók Concerto from silver medalist Vitaly Starikov. Bela Bartók's concerto is a risky 20th century choice because it needs rehearsal time not really available in a crowded competition time frame. But Starikov, who's 30, said he really had no regrets.
The orchestra and the conductor, Marinello, they're all so great, and it was so joyful experience for me to work on Bartók with them. It was so comfortable to play.
Evren Ozel, the bronze medalist, not only impressed the judges with all of his performances, but they honored him with the best Mozart concerto performance among all the pianists. Ozel said he never played this before with an orchestra.
It was very exciting also because it was my first time trying my own cadenzas for a concerto in such a high-pressure setting, so that was very exciting for me.
This marathon of pianism began May 21st with preliminary, then quarterfinal recitals, then hour-long recitals, Mozart concertos, and 2 more concertos. Now, the real work begins. Vitaly Starikov and Aristo Sham.
It's just a lot of work, I think, still. So you need to prove that it was right choice.
It's like the hard work starts here, right? Yeah.
These 3 medalists now launch a 3-year tour of concerts managed by the Kleiber. It's really the biggest prize of what they've just won. Shams concerts spread globally. Starakoff's and Ozell's will be booked in the U.S. If you missed Shams' performance in Fort Worth, you're not too late. He'll give an evening recital at the Kimball Museum October 1st. I'm Bill Ziebel in Dallas.
And the City of Brownsville Parks and Recreation Department is making a splash this summer with the return of its popular Learn to Swim with Paddles the Pup program. The community-focused program aims at teaching essential swimming techniques and water safety skills to residents of all ages. The program offers structured, supportive swim lessons for beginners, with certified instructors guiding participants through fundamental swimming techniques and life-saving water safety habits. And the initiative isn't just for kids, as adults are encouraged to join as well. For more information or to register, visit brownsvilletx.gov. And that is the latest news and information on South Texas Midday. If you happen to miss any stories, you can listen to today's and previous episodes of South Texas Midday wherever you get your podcasts. And with that, I'm Rob Boskamp. Your community arts calendar and more is on the way.